David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So I'm back in Sydney now. I can fucking settle down for a little bit. It's Anzac Day tomorrow. It's my old favorite day of the year, and tomorrow I'll be staying home looking after the kids while my wife goes out and plays 2-up and gets fucking hammered. This used to be like my favorite weekend of the year. You would start drinking on Thursday, sometimes Wednesday, just because you're so fucking excited for Anzac Day 4 days away. So you start drinking, let's say Thursday, you get so fucking hammered Thursday that you just carry on through Friday, just pure momentum. You black out at about 9 p.m. Friday, but you still don't get home till 3 a.m. So you wake up Saturday morning, dehydrated, you got a little bit of the fucking DTs, you're a little bit shaky. You're still in the clothes you went out in on Thursday. You don't even know if you can fucking make it out, but the footy's on Saturday and you're meeting up with all the boys to watch the fucking footy. You don't know if you're fucking even ready for it. You're feeling pretty fucking shady, but you've got a trick up your sleeve. All you need to do is have a shower and change your clothes and you feel like a fucking new man. Take a beer into the shower with you. You got to keep drinking. As long as you don't stop drinking for too long, you're going to be all right. Well, I mean, you're not going to be all right at the end of it, but you'll get through it as long as you don't stop drinking. You can't stop drinking. So you go out, meet the boys, watch the footy. By half time of the footy, you're fucking feeling good again. You're ready to have a look at the fucking horses, see what's going on there, see if you can win a little bit of money for Monday for fucking 2-up. So you fucking strut over to the TAB. For those of you overseas, the TAB in Australia is where you put on bets. So you fucking strut over there, you're feeling confident, you put a fucking 20 on the first horse, it gets up. You've got an early win, a bit of cash in your pocket, the day's just going to get better. You continue betting on the horses, one eye on the footy, another eye on the horse racing. When there's a break in the action, you duck out for a dart, come back in. You've lost the last fucking 10 races in a row and your footy team's now fucking 10 points down. Things are taking the turn. The sun's going down. It's no longer a day drink anymore. With the night comes with it a different atmosphere. There's a different fucking vibe to the night. It feels dangerous out there. And now you're pissed off because your team lost. And now you're down a few $100s on the fucking horse races. And you're a couple of decks down on the fucking darts. So you and the boys decide to head out. You're not even blackout drunk. You're hammered, but you're not blackout drunk. About 2 a.m., you're having a little dance on the dance floor. You're having a look around. You missed a couple opportunities to pick up some nice girls a little bit earlier because you wanted to keep drinking. So now your options at 2 a.m. on the dance floor are pretty fucking lean. So you just go for whatever's there, whatever's cooking, the closest fatty. You black out half an hour later. You wake up the next morning and the girl that you picked up that you thought was a 4 after a 3-day bender at 2 a.m. on a dark dance floor is now a 1. You look around, the place is clean, you're not at your house, so you just decide to fucking bail. Pretend you go into the toilet, walk out the back door, jump the fence, jump 8 fences, get back to your house, and then you just lie there on your bed, you're cooked. You close your eyes because you think you might be able to sleep, but there's too much going on. The mind is bouncing all over the place and there's some fucking technicolor shit happening behind your eyeballs. So you keep your eyes open and you just continue laying there staring at the ceiling. You do a little bit of mathematics and you realize that if you're going to make it to Anzac Day, Monday, your favorite fucking drinking day of the year, you're going to have to drink through Sunday because this is a fucking 2 or 3 day hangover already. It takes you a couple of hours to peel yourself off your bed. The existential crisis hasn't fully kicked in yet, but you feel the fucking onset. You walk to the fridge, you open the fridge, no juice. You've drunk everything in the fridge, including the milk. Panic starts to set in because you don't have the courage to go to the bottle shop. You don't have the courage to make eye contact with any other human being at the moment. You need a drink to do that, and there's no drinks in the house until you remember the warm homebrew beers in the plastic bottles in the cupboard from when you thought you were going to be a home brewer 4 years prior. You grab 8 of them out of the cupboard, you put 7 in the fridge, you start drinking one, it doesn't taste too bad. You think to yourself, maybe I should become a home brewer because this ain't too fucking bad. You drink that first one fast, it doesn't taste too bad. You scull the end of it and get a full mouthful of sediment shit at the bottom. You loiter around your house, not really knowing what you're going to do. You message a couple of mates, they're fucked as well. You convince them to meet you down at the pub just to have a fucking couple of quiet Sunday beers. Day turns into night again. It's almost midnight. You're playing pool at the back of the pub with a couple of other fucking degenerates, and you start mouthing off to them. They aren't the type of people that take shit, so one of them just cracks you directly in the fucking nose. You don't really feel the pain, and you also feel like you deserve it. So you don't even bother throwing back, and he follows up with the 1-2 to your eye. Not that much damage done, a little bloody nose, a little black eye, but you have to leave the pub. You stumble home, you finish the last remaining homebrew, you don't even give a fuck about the sediment anymore. You drink the sediment because you think it might have extra alcohol in it. You black out, you wake up the next morning on the floor of your living room. It's Monday and it's fucking Anzac Day, your favorite day of the year. You open your crusty eyes, you are fully shaking. You're sweating, you're crusty, you can't gather your thoughts. The only thing you know is, I have to go and play 2-up today. So for the international listeners, Anzac Day is, well, the Anzacs are the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps. So it's a day of celebrating the soldiers. And what we do in Australia is we play 2-up. It's fucking, basically you have 3 coins, or sometimes 2, and it's just fucking heads or tails. So there's a spinner. There's a guy who fucking flips the coins in the middle, and there's a ring around the spinner and a crowd of fucking drunken animals all betting on heads or tails. So someone will fucking hold up a 50 and go, head 'em up, head 'em up. So he wants the heads, and some other dumb cunt will go, tails, tails, tails. And the heads holds the money. And you work on the honesty system on Anzac Day, most of us. I did rip off a fucking grandma once. It wasn't my finest hour. And that's what it is. Heads or tails. If it comes up heads, heads keeps the money. If it comes up tails, the fucking money goes to tails. That's it. And there's some other rules for the spinner in the middle, but who gives a fuck about them? So that's the only thought in your fucking demented, DT'd up, dehydrated, fucking retarded fucking head. It's an early start on Anzac Day, and you realize the boys will be around in about an hour, and you have no coping mechanism with which to navigate a conversation with a person. So you call your best mate and tell him to get here early and with drinks. He ignores you completely. You hear a knock on the door, the boy's already here. Most of the lads checked out on Saturday night, so they're fucking fresh and they're frothing for a good Anzac Day. They've got fucking beers, the darts are flowing, they've got a couple of googs in their pockets. One of the boys cracks you a beer and hands you a fucking pinger. It's 9 a.m. and you're not too sure if you should do it, but it's Anzac Day, baby. And that's the only way to roll on Anzac Day. By 11 a.m., you're fucking flying. You're feeling as good as you were on fucking Thursday afternoon. It's like the last 4 days didn't even fucking happen. You jump in the shower, you wash up, you rub one out, you brush your teeth, you jump into your $90 suit, and you're fucking ready to roll. You suss out a couple more googs from the boys, chuck them in your back pocket, because even you know that once this one wears off, you're fucked. So you need to squeeze every last little bit of fucking serotonin you fucking got in that head out today. You head to the ATM, you withdraw all your money. All of it, next week's rent, the fucking lot, because you're feeling good. You're feeling lucky. You get down to 2-up, you watch a couple of spins, it's tails, tails. You feel like it's your day. You feel like it's going to be a heads day today, so you decide heads. Head 'em up today and do not deviate. Do not fucking bet on tails. That's the game plan. Even though it's a complete 50-50, do not bet on fucking tails ever. All you need to do is pick the right time to go. It's been 2 tails in a row. You don't know what was flipped before, but it can't be 3 tails in a row. So you take a fucking pineapple out of your wallet, a $50 note, and you just fucking let rip. Head 'em up! Head 'em up! Some fucking colonel in the army jumps on the tails. He hands you a 50. It's a 3-coin operation, this one. First flip, 2 tails and a head. Doesn't count. Thank God, because that last coin was spinning and it looked like it was going to hit tails. Next spin, it goes up in the air. You're feeling heads. It drops. 3 tails. You think about pocketing the 50 and fucking over the war hero, but it's too early in the day for that. It's not a moral question. It's a I have to stay in this venue and continue drinking all day question. So you begrudgingly hand over the 50. Not a good start, but you have to stick to the plan. Heads all the way. A few hours pass, you've lost all your money, and you now owe $200 to one of your mates. You've got $20 left, and there's no light at the end of the tunnel. This is it. You take your 20 out, and you fucking give it a tear again. Head 'em up! Head 'em up! An old World War II veteran in a wheelchair yells out tails. You grab his money and return to where you were standing. The spinner steps up, flips the coin. There's a bounce. The coins are rolling. The first one drops tails. The second tails. You're just praying for a head. Please head. The third coin drops. Tail. You look over at the old World War I veteran in the wheelchair, and he looks confused, and the first thing that enters your head is, I think he's forgotten the bet. You walk over to him, and he doesn't recognize you at all. He doesn't remember the bet. What do you do? What do you do here? Do you hand it over to the national treasure, the war hero, the man who risked his life for your freedom? Of course you don't. You pocket the 40, and you're fucking back in the game. You're still in the game. Head 'em up! 40's on your head now. You go on a run. 80, 160, 320, you're 500. You paid your mate back. You bought a couple more googs. You're doing shots. You're buying shots for the old man in the wheelchair now. You give him his 20 back. You're on a hot streak. The heads are fucking flying. You're $700 up now. You've cleared all your debts. You've got fucking a pocket full of drugs. You're doing shots. You're drinking. You're having a ball. And then you just step back and take a second to fucking soak it all in. You look around. You look at the fucking maniacs. You look at the war hero. Your fourth goog is coming on strong and a fucking tear just rolls down your cheek. And then you just whisper to yourself, I am, you are, we are Australian. But that won't be happening. I'll be looking after the kids. Anyway, that'll do for tonight. If you're enjoying the podcast, give it a share around. Have a fucking killer Anzac Day. I hope you win some fucking money. That'll do, and I'll see you the fuck later.